Ah, the over-torqued oil pan drain plug. The bane of home mechanics everywhere. I've had my fair share of battles with stubborn car components living here in Portland, where the DIY ethos runs as deep as the city's love for rain and coffee. It feels like a rite of passage for anyone who decides to venture into the world of car maintenance. So, here's my take on how to tackle that obstinate little piece of metal. The warm-up first step, and don't overlook this, is to try removing the plug after the engine has been warmed up a bit. Not hot, mind you, because you don't want to scald yourself with engine oil. Warm oil is thinner, and might just provide enough lubrication to make the plug more cooperative. This also expands the metal slightly, potentially breaking the death grip it has on the threads. Tools of the trade. Next, let's talk tools. If you're using an open-ended wrench or a monkey wrench, I'm going to stop you right there. These tools can cause more harm than good by rounding off the edges of the plug, turning a headache into a full-blown migraine. Instead, opt for a 6-point socket wrench that fits the plug perfectly. This provides even pressure on all sides and greatly reduces the risk of stripping it. Penetrating oil, the unsung hero. Now, if the plug is still putting up a fight, it's time to bring in the big guns. Penetrating oil. Give the stubborn plug a good douse with a quality penetrating oil. WD-40 or PB Blaster are personal favorites, and let it sit. Patience is key here. Waiting several hours or even overnight can allow the oil to seep into the threads and work its magic. Impact and tapping. For plugs that seem to have been torqued by the Hulk himself, sometimes a little shock and awe is necessary. You can try tapping, gently, around the edges of the plug with a hammer to create vibrations that might loosen it. If you have access to an impact wrench, this can also be a game changer, delivering small bursts of torque that can gradually loosen the plug without stripping it. Last resorts. If all else fails, there are a couple of last-ditch efforts worth mentioning. There are specialized tools like a bolt extractor that grips onto the plug tighter as you turn, or you could try heating the area around the plug with a torch to expand the metal. But please, this is a bit riskier and should be done with great caution to avoid damaging other parts or yourself. Prevention, the best medicine. And once you've conquered the beast, remember, installing the plug back should never be a feat of strength. Torque it to the manufacturer's specifications, usually found in your car's service manual. A torque wrench is your best friend here, preventing this saga from repeating during your next oil change. In the end, removing an over-torqued oil pan drain plug can test your patience and skill, but with the right approach and tools, it's certainly a manageable task. And there's nothing quite like the satisfaction of overcoming a mechanical challenge, especially when it means getting your hands dirty and saving a trip to the mechanic. Good luck, and here's to hoping your DIY adventures in Portland, or wherever you find yourself, are rewarding.